What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL, and here to give you guys my preview and prediction for the Bears matchup this week against the New York Football Giants. So if you are new to the channel, guys, welcome. Make sure to hit that big red subscribe button. Follow me on my social media platforms, and of course, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video just like this one. So doing my weekly pre-game preview for the Bears. But before I do, folks, I do want to start by giving a few quick thoughts on a recent event with regards to a longtime Chicago Bears beat reporter, Jeff Dickerson. If you guys have not heard, Jeff Dickerson passed away recently. And again, this is for those of you that know all of the Chicago beat reporters. Jeff Dickerson has been covering the Bears for a very, very long time. I listen to JD a lot. That's what, everybody used to call him, JD, Jeff Dickerson. And I used to listen to him a lot, especially on the radio, ESPN 1000, with Waddle and Sylvie, a lot of those guys. And, man, it's crazy to think that, he's gone and still so very young. I think he was in his 40s. And I just want to give my condolences and thoughts to the family of Jeff Dickerson. The saddest part about it all, obviously, besides just, JD and his passing, is the fact that, he had a son, Parker, was 11 years old, and, Parker had lost his mom to JD's wife a few years back to cancer. So just an overall tragic event, folks. Really, really, really feel terrible for the family. And, just wanted to give and share my quick thoughts. And, Jeff Dickerson was a great reporter. I enjoyed listening to him. Always would be straight from the hip, just giving you the facts, no biases, nothing like that. And you appreciated that about JD, man. There's a lot of reporters out there, a lot of guys that cover teams that, have a bias. JD was never doing that. He was just a straight shooter. And yeah, man, he's going to be missed a lot. So I know some of you guys may not know him, but Jeff Dickerson was a staple in the Chicago Bears community for a number of years. So I just wanted to give my thoughts on that. So rest in peace, JD. All right, on to the game as we must. The Chicago Bears are playing the New York Giants this week. And look, folks, the Giants are terrible. They're 4-11, even worse than the Bears, who are 5-10. And obviously they're not playing for anything either, just like the Chicago Bears. So this is going to be a pretty uneventful game in terms of nothing is on the line for both teams. And they're both ready for the offseason. I'm sure both teams want to fire their coaches. We know the Bears will fire theirs, and maybe the Giants fire Joe Judge, who knows. But as of this, game, taking a look at both teams, the Giants really are not going to have Daniel Jones for the rest of the season. So we're going to see, either one of Mike Glennon or Jake Fromm. We don't know yet. And then as far as the Bears, we don't know their quarterback situation either. So it's just a quarterback carousel for both teams, because we don't know if Justin Fields is going to be healthy enough to play in this game. Andy Dalton, is he going to be off the COVID list? And then you've got Nick Foles, who started last week. Could he start again? So I really don't know at this point who's going to be the quarterback for either team. But again, since the game doesn't really matter, I'm going to just go ahead and, assume that we'll probably see, my guess is Mike Glennon under center, but even if it's Jake Fromm, not much of a difference. They're both not very good quarterbacks. And then as far as the Bears, I do think, there's a chance we see Justin Fields back. So I feel pretty good about that, but let's see. So I'll just assume Justin Fields is back under center. But even if he isn't, I'll talk about that as well. So, look, the Giants are awful. They're really, really bad, and they've had an awful season thus far. So you really can do whatever you want against this team. But against the run, they're particularly bad. Last week against the Philadelphia Eagles, they got absolutely throttled. And Miles Sanders, if he didn't get hurt in that game, he would have ran for 100-plus yards easy. He had 40-plus yards, 45 in the second quarter before he got hurt and broke his hand. So, again, we're back to feed Monty, right? Because that's what you got to do against teams that have a funnel, and the Giants definitely have a run funnel. They're definitely better against the pass than they are against the run, so you want to do that. But, usually when I talk about my keys on how to win the game, I give you guys my tips there. But in this video, and probably for the next game as well, since winning the game isn't really going to mean much for the Bears, I'm going to be more focused on kind of, developmental traits and playing time and things like that. So for the Bears, I want these next 2 weeks to be all about, going after it, as in taking chances, because you have nothing to lose for. Just like against the Seahawks last week, we went for it, won the game, and that was fun to see. So win or lose, it's really not going to matter here. In fact, these next 2 games should be a trial for next season on who to keep, right? We know the core of this team for the most part, but what about the other guys that are trying to stay here next year? Do we want to see from them if it's worth keeping them, right? So there's certain guys on the roster that we are debating on keeping, and these last 2 games can be looked for that. But overall, folks, the formula is pretty simple. You run the football. The Giants aren't going to score a lot, so you're going to have the ball a lot. So the Bears actually should be able to win this game. I'm not going to say fairly easily, but they are the better team here. I believe so. And if it is Justin Fields under center, they are the significantly better team. If it is Andy Dalton or Nick Foles under center, I still think they're the slightly better team, because I would still take them over Mike Glennon or Jake Fromm. So to me, ultimately, I have the Bears winning this game. All right, I'm just going to, come out and say it. They're going to win this game, I believe, 24-10. The Giants' offense is porous. They're not going to be able to put up points. The fact that I'm giving them 10 feels like a lot, but I think the Bears win this game 24-10. But yeah, man, let's keep it a little bit more exciting. Let's try other things here. Let's get the developmental reps for the young guys. Let's do that, okay? I don't want to kick field goals, in this game when you're down, when you're in the fourth quarter and you're down or something like that. I don't expect them to be down, but just an example, all right? We're done playing safe football. Now is not the time to be playing safe football. Now is the time to be playing risky football, take chances, because the season's over. What do you got to lose? That's really the motto of these last 2 games. What do you have to lose? So air it out if you must, but I'm giving you the formula here. You run on the Giants. It's not rocket science. They're that bad. Just look at the numbers. But yeah, if you want to do that, go for it. But it's all about the key reps for the key guys. That's it. That's all I want. The key reps for Fields, Mooney, Kmet, the offensive lineman, Tevin Jenkins, Larry Borom, if they're able to play. That's what it's all about. So overall, folks, the Bears should win this game against the Giants 24-10. That's what I have it. But again, take chances here. Let's not play safe. Let's go after it. So let me know what you guys think. Who wins this game against the Bears versus the Giants? Leave a comment down below. And what do you want to see from this game? All right. As always, thanks for watching.